The day of the summit is a challenging day to wake up. I have a lot of adrenaline.
Welcome, everyone, to our Economic Summit. I'm Mark Duggan, the Trione Director of SIEPR, the Stanford Institute for Economic Policy Research.
I'm sort of trying to basically optimize every minute of the day. What question to ask the speaker. It's a huge adrenaline rush because I'm so excited about the people who are coming to speak and curious to see what happens. Our annual Economic Summit is really our flagship event. It's something that we put a huge amount of work into. And pretty much every day out of the year, I'm thinking about the summit.
Those of you who know me know that I don't go on for very long.
I serve in the position of director, and I would say SIEPR was a good organization, had some influence, but it wasn't as great as it is now. So I began to think, how could this be larger than it is? How can it be more influential? How can we scale this up? The big turning point for SIEPR to go from what you might call SIEPR 1.0 to SIEPR 2.0 was the Economic Summit.
The first summit we decided should have a big name speaker as the anchor, and George Shultz agreed to call Alan Greenspan.
Probably the most influential economist in the world. I didn't call Alan, George called Alan. And when George calls somebody, they tend to answer the phone. And George says, Alan,
we're having this SIEPR Economic Summit, and I want you to be the inaugural keynote speaker.
It's going to be February 7th, 2004. So Greenspan says, well, that's nice, but I can't do it. If it was 2 weeks later, I would see if I couldn't do it. George says, oh, I made a mistake. It is 2 weeks later. Didn't miss a beat. It's not the 7th, it's the 21st. I don't know what I was thinking. And thank you for accepting, Alan. And he landed him.
John's idea was, let's get the keynote speaker and then people will fall into place. And it was relatively easy to get a great group of speakers for the rest of the day.
That was important. It was important that the first one be a big success. By the way, our second speaker is Ben Bernanke. So we were getting at least the nation's top economists. It put SIEPR on the map. I mean, people want to join our advisory board. This is something that's really going somewhere. Every year I found it easier. Why? Because the summit got known.
When you come to a SIEPR event, I think what you're getting is a multi-generational, cross-functional opportunity to really connect with a lot of different perspectives. There's obviously the policy perspective, there's the nerdy, wonky economics perspective, but there's also a lot of folks who are in the business, private sector, nonprofits, bringing all of their perspectives together.
The summit for me has been a way to look ahead and to see what is happening in the future and to see and discuss some of the most important topics that are of importance today. I am going to go away from the summit with a lot of ideas also for my research and a lot of great connections I've made today with academics, policymakers, people who have actually a lot of ideas, an important idea to share. What a great investment to come here and be part of this summit.
My day is basically your agenda from this morning.
We always have A+ speakers here at the summit, and we can attract anybody. Trust me. Anytime somebody calls up some of these people in Washington and invites them to come here, they come. Other institutions in the United States, and for that matter, in other places in the world, should copy the SIEPR model, and we just need to spread the gospel. How's that?
So I love the summit. That is one day where you get to see, wow, all these people, the range of topics, the depth of intellectual insight. This is an organization that's really committed to looking at a broad range of important issues and making a difference. And it sparks ideas, and someone says, hey, I'm working on this, I'm involved in this organization. Oh, wow, that'd be interesting, I'd like to learn more.
The informal interactions that surround the events are so much fun. Just the person you get to randomly walk with to go to the next meeting or the next breakout sessions. It's hard to top things like getting to have a dinner with Jay Powell or to hear directly from, Patrick Collison about fintech, the founder of Stripe. The caliber of the people that they attract and who are willing to speak to a group like this is amazing.
I look out at my friend Mike Boskin, my friend John Chauvin, my friend Mark Duggan, and I think to myself that this community has been extraordinarily fortunate over many years in the people who have led the Stanford Institute for Economic Policy Research.
I'm incredibly proud of the lineup of speakers and topics we've put up again and again. And I want people to walk away with a better sense of what has happened to the economy and to policy over the last couple of years. I want people to walk away with optimism that as challenging as things have been, there are some great things on the horizon for the country and for the world. I want people to walk away with a greater appreciation of the complexity. And I want people to walk away understanding how SIEPR is trying very, very hard to advance knowledge and advance the debate in the pursuit, ultimately, of better economic policy here in the US and around the world.